later.
Oh, who could have seen this coming? Whoa!
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the show. How are you guys? Shout out to John Talks for that little intro. Make sure you go check out John Talks, another great YouTube channel, not related. Hey, how are you guys? I'm going with John. Welcome back to the show. Got a good one planned here for us today. Let's dive in. Hopefully my audio's good for you fucking... Joking, of course. Hey, here we are with a good one, guys, from none other than one of our buddies, Locke the Bounty Hunter. This is Crusty Dating Coach Ask Boring Dating Questions, guys, from Locke the Bounty Hunter. Make sure you guys give Locke a like and a comment and a subscribe. He and I often will send people back and forth to one another in hopes that you'll find them. So if you enjoy this video here that I'm reacting to, go give Locke some love. That was difficult. Let's get this on full screen. Nice lady here. Realizations about dating in 2023 as a woman. Well, you know this is going to be intelligent, boys. Strap in.
Do you want to know one of the saddest realizations I recently had? Was that as a liberal woman...
Right. So you have a penis then?
It is really hard to find a man who is willing to play the more traditional masculine role.
Right, because what you're wanting from a man, according to you as a liberal woman, is not what men are, or were, or whatever.
In the relationship, in today's day and age, who is not a conservative.
Right, so you don't want a man.
A man who wants to pay on the first date, who wants to...
Oh, it's just about the money stuff. Okay, well that actually makes more sense now.
Open your door, who has that want and desire to take care of you and to provide, who is not a conservative.
Right.
Well, you don't need a masculine man to pay for you to stuff your face with restaurant food, and you don't need a masculine man to open the door for you either. You can get all of that with a simp. Just look in your friend zone. You'll find one there. But if I'm understanding you correctly, you're looking for a masculine man that agrees with your meaningless political leanings, and I hate to break it to you, sister, but those don't really go together. The reason why a lot of masculine men lean more towards the quote-unquote conservative persuasion is simply because your side is insufferably hateful. Just go online, you're gonna see countless videos of women like you saying men are trash, men are useless, men are hateful, men are this, men are that. You do this online and in the public square, but that's only when you're not secretly wanting a masculine man when nobody's watching. The side that you call quote-unquote conservative actually embraces and appreciates masculinity, and you clearly don't. You just want one for yourself because the only other options you have are weak men with zero confidence, and you're just butthurt that those are your options while self-respecting masculine men are doing so much better because they don't have to settle for women like you.
And obviously,
Damn, Locke smoked this chick like a cigarette. That's... wow. All right.
as a liberal woman, I do want to be respected for my independence.
That's what every man's man, thinks about your independence, ma'am. Oh, you don't need a man? Well, then you don't get one. Because there's women that need a man. And a man would rather have a woman that needs a man if a man wants to have a woman at all. Which, in this day and age, is getting a little bit less rare. It's harder to find that nowadays, ladies. You know what I'm saying?
And I do want to have my own autonomy in the relationship and
Shit.
not be confined or conform to
Well, get the fuck out then. What's the point of having you then?
the traditional female homemaker,
What the fuck is the point of having you then? Because that's the only reason men had women before. The fucking and the biscuits. That's it.
childbearing role.
Yeah.
You don't know what words mean, do you?
Well, then you're not getting a masculine, self-respecting man. You're asking the man to become a doormat. You're telling this man what you are not willing to do in a relationship. You're trying to lead the relationship, and self-respecting men won't let you take that particular wheel. If you want a man like that, you're gonna have to be a little bit more submissive because a masculine man will not allow you to walk all over him, especially with your excuse coming from a cult of self-destruction known as modern feminism. Masculine men want feminine women who will take care of them and the home. home. It's a tried and true method that's worked for centuries. And if you're not willing to do that, that's fine. There's a line of simps around the block waiting for you. They'll be glad to let you kick their asses in exchange for a peck on the cheek.
And most of the men that I've dated who do have that more natural provider masculinity.
Right. What went wrong? You were strangely thinking woman. I want to say liberal and leftist and all your crazy thoughts and everything and your crazy political views and your associations with feminism and independence and you're everything a man doesn't want.
About them are normally conservative. So I don't really know what to do because I don't want to compromise my morals.
Of course, your morals, please. Sister, your morals were compromised probably around 15, but let's not kid each other here.
Values just to find a man. But am I asking to have my cake and eat it too?
Yes, and you look like you, yeah, you are a walking red flag.
Pathetic.
Sorry, sugar, but there's no possible way that you can have your cake and eat it too. You're just gonna have to accept the fact that if you want a man like that in your life, you're gonna have to trust him to lead, and you're gonna have to provide for him if he's gonna provide for you. You can't get the best of both worlds. Sure, a self-respecting man may respect your political leanings so long as they're civil. He can disagree with you, it's really not that big of a deal, but he's not gonna allow your views to dictate the relationship. You can sit there all you want and try to quote politics and use those as an excuse for what you're not willing to do. The more things that you say you're not willing to do is just giving the man fewer reasons as to why he should let you into his life. And he's not gonna care if you want him because he's not gonna want you. And at the end of the day, meaningless politics are a massive headache because it does nothing but descend into meaningless arguments. In short, we got bigger problems here. And if you're too blind to see what little good feminism has done for you, then you have no business wanting a masculine man.
Here's 7 fun icebreaker
Yuck.
questions you can ask on your next first date.
This is a dating roach. This lady is a dating coach. Hey, lady, are you married? I mean, oh, wow. Oh, no. Listen, if you're her age, ladies, and you're still dating, that's a problem. Why would you listen to her as a dating coach? Which the idea of a dating coach is ridiculous. But what are you doing?
Number 1, favorite ice cream flavor.
Well, my penis is fully erect at this point. She's discussing ice cream. As a man who might potentially be on a date, not with this old woman, but if I was in the position and she brought up ice cream, no.
Who doesn't love ice cream?
Lady, relax with the ice cream.
Even in the wintertime, there's nothing better than
Chill. I mean, chill. Get it? It's not a good joke, but let's move on.
cuddling up on your couch under a blanket with your favorite ice cream flavor, which
Jesus Christ. You got a sweet tooth, lady.
takes me to number 2. What is your ice cream pint? Eating style. Do they dig holes? Do they go around the edges, or do they eat in even layers? I mean, for what it's worth.
Oh, is this comedy? I think maybe this is a comedic skit, guys.
Hole diggers make me highly uncomfortable.
This is scary.
Ah, boy. Well, sounds like dates with you are gonna be a massive chore. That is the kind of question a 7th grader asks at the mall before going to see a movie on a Saturday afternoon. It's not that interesting of a question to 2 consenting adults. Sounds like a question asked by an old hag who's desperately trying to make things fun, but failing miserably because she's incapable of having a natural conversation. And that digging question, I don't know what it is, but that question in itself just seems inappropriate. Makes me uncomfortable just thinking about it, so I'll be frank. If a woman asks me that question, I'd fake intergalactic space Ebola and make a beeline for the door and get the hell out of Dodge because nothing good could come from that date. But since we're on the subject of ice cream, my favorite flavor is none of your damn business. And judging from your social media history, I already know your favorite ice cream flavor.
Pralines and dick.
Number
Garf.
3, leaving dishes in the sink overnight. Yeah.
Oh, God, women really don't know anything about men. This is a dating coach. Again, she might be attempting to be a humorist or look like part of the human race, but this here is terrible advice for anyone. Any man in this situation is like, what am I doing talking to this lady? Dishes in the sink. What? No, this is something grandmama would say. Well, you know.
Yay or nay? Personally, I'm good with a few rinsed dishes.
Rinsed dishes? Guys, I'm good with a few rinsed dishes. You know what I'm saying? Ding!
Does that make me a monster? Maybe. I don't.
Obviously, her hair has been colored, guys. It doesn't look like this naturally. This would be a very gray woman.
know. Number 4, you're going on vacation.
Are you wearing some sort of Ravens shirt or tie-dyed Ravens shirt or... Boy, y'all just ruined sports. You know that? Everything y'all could do to sissify sports a little bit, y'all went on and did it, huh?
Do you do a planned itinerary or are you flying by the seat of your pants? I mean, if you're looking for a travel buddy, these things are really good to know.
Boring.
Well, yes, you are a monster. Not because you leave dishes in the sink, but because you think a man's dishwashing habits makes for a fun conversation topic. Frankly, the state of my kitchen is none of your concern because it's not like you'll ever be allowed to see it. And if I'm not allowing you to see my kitchen, I am most certainly not allowing myself the undignified torture of traveling with you. You strike me as the type of woman that no matter how I answer your stupid travel question, you're just gonna tell me I'm wrong anyway and then explain to me ad nauseum about why your way of traveling is better. You'll then regale me with a 2-hour-long story about an unexpected half-an-hour-long layover at the Salt Lake City airport because that's the only real interesting thing you have to say about yourself.
Number 5, on that airplane, are you a window or an aisle person?
No one's an aisle person, ma'am. Everyone prefers the window.
Now, if they tell you they're a middle seat person, I'm calling anxious attachment on that play. Number 6, you get to the hotel room. What is the first thing that you do? Are
Lick the light socket, I guess?
you checking the toiletries to see if it's the good stuff? Are you testing the bed to, see its bounce factor, thermostat? Or are they sweeping the room for bugs? That's kind of weird.
Holy shit, dude. Thank God you guys have Gone with John and Lock the Bounty Hunter to watch. This shit looks brutal. Women, no wonder y'all are going crazy. Y'all watching this?
Finally, number 7. What is one secret tip you would give for a certain travel destination?
It rhymes with mill yourself.
Just remember, when you're walking around downtown Charleston, those aren't rain puddles. If you know, you know.
You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! You are a one-hived mind twat waffle!
Woman, I chase down intergalactic space fugitives from justice, and in the rare event that I get the luxury of sleeping in a hotel bed, I am checking the closet for assassins. Then I gotta come up with 3 lightning strike crackerjack escape plans in case the space mafia decides to kick down my door and turn my overpriced bed into a pile of ashes. And that is one of my more boring adventures, mind you. Now, as much as I hate to interrupt your enthralling story about how you walk through puddles of somebody else's urine in Charleston, South Carolina, I need to go do some more important things, like creating an autobiographical reorganization of my sock drawer, because where, when, and how I purchased my socks is a far more stimulating story than your dumbass questions. And for the record, I prefer to sit in the aisle, because it allows me to escape your clutches so much faster.
So I am a worker and I don't have a partner.
Your tits are out.
But a lot of people get very concerned about my ability to get a partner.
That's why I praise the Lord for prostitutes!
And well, here's a study for ya. So this
Are you wearing a robe?
This one was done in Melbourne. It was done with 55 women who are in-person workers. And it did show that a lot of them did.
I guess a robe would be good for soaking up all the jizz and stuff, If you were a worker, you know what I'm saying? Like a robe is pretty absorbent. technically, you know.
Have negative effects. More than half, I think it was like 73% had negative effects in terms of their relationship. However, some of them actually said that there were positive effects of doing this work on
Right. Yeah, I guess like for the herpes doctor, he gets more business.
their relationship. A small number, but it's still there, it still exists. And 51% of them were in a relationship where their partner knew they were doing work. So, yeah.
Partner.
I must have missed 60 minutes. What are you saying?
No, I've come to notice that college is useless because they'll just do random studies for grant money that are completely meaningless and unnecessary. Case in point, this study wasted time, money, and resources to prove a hypothesis that everybody has known since biblical times. Men do not want hookers for wives.
Wow.
Go figure. We don't need to interview a bunch of women who sell their unwashed muck factories of merciless suffering to find that out. And we certainly don't need to waste a whole bunch of grant money to come to that conclusion. The men who do decide to enter into relationships with these women are simps. And even then, they're dying on the inside knowing that the women they apparently care about are making stains on strangers' beds in exchange for rent money. The only thing this study proves is that going to college is a waste of time. Much like spending an afternoon with you, Toots.
It is definitely possible to be a worker and find a loving, romantic, supportive partner.
Partner? You think men want a partner? The only partner you're going to find is a man who's given up on himself.
Yes, it's probably going to be pretty difficult because society really preaches monogamy to us, and
Right, and it's like you should listen and go with society's little plan here because it's the best way to have a society. These things have been thought about for 6,000 years, laid out into stone, and planned this way for a reason. But here we are again repeating the old mistakes of history.
preaches a certain ideal for a woman to be in terms of a straight relationship.
You mean a regular, normal relationship between human beings?
Most of the workers I know have been in relationships quite successfully in the past or are currently in them. A lot even date other workers. Yeah, that's very common, and a lot of polyamorous. They actually have multiple partners. It's more common than you think, particularly with a more open-minded community and mentality.
That's why I say prostitutes, prostitutes.
If two prostitutes were dating each other, that must make for some pretty awkward dinner conversation. You know they're not asking each other how their day was because it's gonna take every fiber of their being to not picture their significant other naked with another man or woman. And that's because monogamy isn't something that's preached by society, it's actually ingrained into our DNA. Men do not want to be with a woman who sleeps around for a living.
Horse.
It prevents an intimate and strong emotional bond because it's kind of hard to bond with a woman who's constantly getting railed by countless dental conventioneers in exchange for cash. And the woman ultimately won't be able to respect the man because she's going to be constantly comparing him to other men she's had in the past. It's simply not going to work. Being in an open kind of relationship seems like another kind of separate hell. It doesn't sound like you need to have an open mind so much as you need to have a massive lack of self-respect and dignity. And for a lot of men out there, that sounds rather unappealing.
But I would like to preface this by saying that my goal in life is not to get a man, nor should it be anyone's goal to get a
Right. You're gonna die old and alone surrounded by cats and boxes of empty wine.
life partner.
Empty
That is
boxes.
something that is amazing and it can happen. And
Right. Anything could happen, ladies, you know? Yeah. It's like anything's possible, I guess, but...
that's awesome. But it
Awesome? Yeah, it could happen, and that's awesome. Yeah, it doesn't sound like bullshit you're selling at all.
should not be your goal. If your goal in life is to get a partner or one of them, I think you're getting a partner for the wrong reasons. If you don't feel complete in yourself, you need to work on yourself before you should ever look at getting a partner, because it's just never going to work, right? You need to be complete and comfortable in yourself and alone before you are able to do a relationship.
And the best way to be complete with yourself alone is to have a bunch of different people in and out of your body.
Healthfully and sustainably. And I am complete and happy within myself. So no, I don't really care if I find a partner or not, because I'm quite happy as I am.
Right. So happy you're making a TikTok about this.
And it's not the be all end all, okay?
Right. Are you talking to us or looking in the mirror?
Guys, like you can have a happy life and be single. It will be okay.
Woman, the whole reason why animals exist is because they have a biological drive to find a mate and keep the species going. This used to be taught in middle school biology, but you're gonna sit there and try to kid yourself into thinking that your debauched life of depravity is somehow meaningful to you to the point where you think you're actually happy. You are so short-sighted that you can't realize that you only have a few years left in this particular profession. A decade tops before you're lucky to be offering old-fashioned taffy pulls in an out-of-order bar toilet that reeks of last week's vomit at $5 a pop. Trust me, sister, your market value drastically plummets as you get older, and in your particular profession, you can multiply that by 10 billion. And when you're sitting there, jobless, alone, and wrinkled up to the point of uselessness, you're gonna wish you had a man to take care of you, but it's already far too late for that. There is no way you're gonna be able to erase any of this from your past, and there isn't a man on the planet that's gonna risk touching you and coming down with some kind of a disease, because considering your body count, you are a walking biohazard. And that's gonna do it for today's video, gentlemen and gents. As always, if you find that my particular brand of comedy is bringing you to the brink of laughter, then why don't you scroll on down and click that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Let's give the good old-fashioned middle finger to the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much for checking out the new video, and until next time, peace out, homies.
Shout out to Locke the Bounty Hunter, guys. Locke does great videos. Go over and check him out. I will try to remember to leave the link tagged in the description and in the title of this video, so you can just click on it to get to his channel. Thanks again, guys. I'm Gone with John. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and subscribe and all that good stuff here, boys. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Peace.